Hello, beautiful conscious creators. I'm just getting set up here. I'm going to go live now into Instagram. Hello, everyone. Just giving everybody this time to get settled in. Yeah, how's everybody doing today? Not sure where everyone's going to be tuning in from, but I'm just so excited to be here. So if you are here, go ahead and just drop a comment so I can see who's here and where you are from. Okay, I'm just making sure that we're all connected here. Let's see. Okay. All right. We are live. Connected here. Oops. Right. Okay, drop a line in the comments. Let me see I can't see who's here through this system. So just say hi and we'll get started in just a minute, okay? But I'm so happy that you guys are here. I'm so excited. I can't even tell you how much I was looking forward to spending this time live with you. I used to do this all the time on Fridays, and I've been busy really building up certain programs and stuff, so I haven't been able to do that. But I was called to do that today. And so I'm here and I'm excited just to spend this time with you and to be able to engage and interact. So it's 12:01. Let's get started. For those of you who don't know, I'm Kim Thalkin, and I am a transformational coach. I'm an intuitive channel, energy healer, and hypnotherapist. And I was being guided to bring people together to do group meditation in support of some of the tragic events that have happened recently here in California. In some places, they're still going on. The fires in some area and a lot of the loss and grief that has been experienced here. But, truthfully, no matter where we are in the world, anytime our brothers and sisters are experiencing struggle, pain, grief, loss, tragedy, we feel it no matter where we are because it's all energy. And so today, I wanted to do something powerful where we use our consciousness, our intentions to bring in higher timelines. And that's for everybody, and to also assist those who are affected by the fires, to assist all of humanity, and to assist ourselves in our own lives, because we can't forget about us. We can't forget about us in this process either. We have to take care of our own well-being as well. So if I could ask you, if you are on YouTube, to like, share, and subscribe to my channel, because it just really helps me. It helps the channel. And people need a place to go where they feel supported. And my hope is that my messages and my work and this channel does that for you. So many people right now are having a difficult time because, anytime it is when we elevate, and that's a lot of what's happening here in our ascension, and it's moving very quickly. So it's a lot for us as humans when we are being called to elevate, and change is upon us. It's not easy for us. And even for those of us who know what's going on, we're on this journey, we expect it. It's still difficult. And just in conversations today alone, I was made aware of, somebody who tried to take their own life, another person who was really having a hard time coping in their life. And so their family is falling apart. But that's not all of it. That's not what all of life is about. That's just sometimes what happens when change becomes a lot. But today we're going to do something that brings in healing for all of us, that reinforces empowerment And we're going to use our consciousness to create what we call the new earth and also create our ideal life as well. So I want to remind everybody that these times serve as a catalyst. They're really an activation for us to step into our truth, which means a higher version of ourselves. And that's a very powerful thing when that happens. So, for example, just in this last week alone, for those of you who don't know, I am in Southern California, very close to the fires. Packed up my bags, had my parents come over. So I've experienced a lot. I know people who've also lost their homes. So it's I've been a part of that experience here directly, and just in this last week alone, I have noticed I learned so much about myself in a lot of the struggle that I experienced and so what I want to say is that in these times, it's really important for us to connect into our higher self. If you want to learn how to do that, go to my website, KimberlyThalkin.com. I'm very passionate about teaching people how to do that for themselves. You'll get a free step-by-step guide on how to do that, and also free video tutorial where I walk you through it. So we do it together, so you never have to feel disempowered again. All right, so let's move forward here. Before we get started in our meditation, I want to leave you with this message that came through from my Council of Light this morning. And that is to open your hearts to allow the new higher timelines that have opened up to come in, and to receive it in your hearts through your intention. And so one of the ways that you can do that is by placing your hand on your hearts, closing your eyes, bringing your attention and focus down into your heart and saying simply, I am ready to receive the higher timeline. So go ahead and do that. Let's do that together. I'm ready to receive the higher timelines. I am ready to receive. One more time. I am ready to receive. Go ahead and breathe that in and claim that for yourself. Because when I take a look at the devastated areas, when I see that in my mind's eye, this is the devastated areas. I see here, these are the higher timelines that are just on the cusp of coming in. That's what this devastation has done, is open the doors for higher realities to come in. So let's focus on that today. We have to be mindful that we don't keep our consciousness here where the devastation is, but instead we focus our consciousness here where the higher timelines are. And a timeline is just a higher reality, a reality that holds a higher frequency. Higher realities are what equals ease, opportunity, inspiration, all of the goodness it is that we desire in our lives. So let's make sure that we're focusing our attention on the higher timelines. Even after you leave our meditation today, be mindful of where your focus and attention is. All right, so with that said, let's move into our meditation. And we can start by closing our eyes. So go ahead and close your eyes and move your attention inward. Move your attention inward. And as we do this, excuse me, bring our attention down into our heart center. So make sure you bring your attention down into your heart center. And we might even place our hands over our hearts to keep us focused here. And also to signal to our hearts to open and to expand. And when our hearts open and expand, we can bring in powerful shifts and open ourselves up to greater possibility, greater opportunity, higher levels of awareness. And when we're open to receive what's available to us through our heart's opening, we can bring forth magical realities. And so now, with our focus and attention on our hearts, with every breath we breathe into your heart. And with every exhale from your heart. So breathing into your heart breathing out from your heart. Nice, longer, deeper breaths than usual, and settling into a comfortable rhythm that's your own. You may even begin to notice your heart expanding as greater levels of peace set in. A knowingness that this is where you're meant to be in this here and now moment. And in the stillness of your heart, and all of our hearts joined together, the absolute power that comes with that. And it feels so good to be here together in unity and using our intention to call in the highest realities now for all who were affected by the fires. And in doing so, all of humanity receives this beautiful blessing. And just breathe that in, anchoring it into our hearts as truth. And now, with our invocation, asking the divine, Heavenly Father, Divine Mother, our councils of light, our ancestors who came before us, the angelic realm, the energy of Christed consciousness, the ascended master realm, Gaia, and all of the elementals, the guardians of earth and nature and the animals, be here with us now. Beings and only beings of the highest light, we ask for your presence to bring in beautiful energies of renewal and growth, hope and prosperity to the areas, the people, the animals that have been affected by the fires. Make your presence known. Come in close. Envelop us in the purity of divine love. And so just pay attention to what you might notice as their presence becomes stronger and even stronger yet. Maybe you'll feel a tingling sensation, perhaps changes in the temperature, or noticing your feelings or thoughts that elevate as divine love sets in. Collectively now setting our intentions to call forth the highest realities. For the people now, visualizing these beautiful, golden, Christed filaments of light, now lovingly enveloping those who have been affected, who are struggling because they've lost their homes or their loved ones or their animals or businesses. And this light touches their hearts. It leads them to safety for all who may still be in harm's way, reminding them of their strength. This light activates their resourcefulness, reminds them of their capabilities and how loved they truly are. This light guides them to all of the resources that are available to them, and they feel so supported and cared for. And we set the intention that they receive all they need with great ease. All of the resources, they just keep coming to them. An abundance of resources, allowing each person to rebuild their life and an even higher life than they could have ever imagined. There are, in fact, so many blessings for them that come from this experience, and calling those blessings forward for them. And now extending this intention for all of humanity. Anyone who finds themselves in harm's way or challenges where their basic needs are not being met, we call this reality forward for them, where there's just an abundance of resources, more than they could have ever needed. And they feel loved, supported, cared for. And this love helps them to move through any grief, loss that they may have experienced. Now asking the elementals now to lead all of the wild animals to safety, where they can rest and live in peace, where water and food are plentiful, and they can live, thrive, and multiply as they're meant to. And while all of the fires, feels like most of the fires have been extinguished, a lot of it, there is still some fires that are still happening in this moment. And so all of the people and the animals are led to safety. And now extending this intention for the animal kingdom, for all of the animal kingdom on earth. Let this be your time to use your imagination, your visualization to see all the animals and the people being led to safety. And all of their resources, the abundance of resources just surrounding them. And now setting our intentions for the land and the communities that have been affected. Now just imagine this beautiful golden Christed filaments of light coming down from the cosmos as it gently covers all of the active fires, just like a blanket that just beautifully comes down and lays on top of any existing fires. And it organically those fires just organically, simply fade away until it is there fully extinguished. Using your imagination, your consciousness to do this. And now this beautiful golden light that's come down penetrates down into the land that has been burned, any affected areas. And as it seeps deep down into the soil becomes fertile once again and primed for new, higher communities to be rebuilt and new plant growth to take place. Using your imagination and visualization to see beautiful new communities and homes for everyone who lost their homes, their businesses. And in these affected areas, new foliage growth comes to life. Where the land was once charred, it's lush with greenery, vibrant with flowers and all the different colors that represent joy. And the neighborhoods that have been rebuilt have exceeded the expectations of all who suffered loss, be it here in North Carolina and the Middle East. In their new homes and communities and the businesses more beautiful and prosperous than anyone could have ever imagined. And everyone in these communities are absolutely thriving. So just imagine now all of the people smiling in their new homes, in the communities, surrounded in blessings and love and support. healing and dissolving any struggle, grief, pain, trauma that was once there. And I'm seeing this as I say this, I'm seeing this, the Middle East comes to mind, being rebuilt in just the most beautiful and highest of ways. All of that is replaced now with peace, love, joy, and inspiration. And in the same way they've been supported, they are feeling it in their hearts to do the same for others because their hearts have expanded in this experience. And it just becomes this domino effect. And it spreads, this coming together and support and love for one another. It begins to spread from one community to another, across the country, across the state. And it now moves across the globe. And so you can imagine the visual of a globe as we see all of the continents on the globe on this beautiful earth now lit up in light from the love, support, kindness, and compassion that comes from each individual, where there's not one human left behind. This beautiful, massive healing that takes place. And if you can visualize that in your mind, imagine it, this globe, right? This globe, circular globe, and you see all the continents just lighting up. And that light moves across all of nature, all of the ocean, all of the animals are feeling this, everything coming to life at a higher place, from a higher place, living from a higher place, thriving, living, creating, inspiring each other, ourselves, one another. And now moving this intention to the environment, that this light clears and purifies the air into clean, oxygenated air where there is beautiful, clean air for all to breathe. And now this beautiful golden Christed light clears, cleanses, and purifies any lower consciousness energies connected to the fires and any impurities, distorted energies with how the land was once used in these affected areas. Anything from a lower frequency completely purified and restored into the highest light and calling, with how the land will be used moving forward to create the most beautiful places to exist across the world. That everything is used and rebuilt in the highest light for the highest good of all. Just eradicating any lower consciousness energies now that were disruptors to our ascension, our pure and true organic ascension. Now focusing on our leadership, using our imagination, visualization to see the leaders in our mind's eyes that lead the world and lead our local communities. That this beautiful golden Christed rays of beautiful filaments of light filling the hearts of those in leadership positions so that they may lead from the highest integrity, the absolute highest integrity, making decisions that serve in the highest light, serve every person, every human on this earth for the highest good of all here. Now focusing on our creation of new earth, calling those realities in. creating a new earth where divine love is the foundation from which we live, the fifth, sixth dimensional new earth. Sending our intention into the universe to bring that experience forward. Using your pure imagination now to consciously and collectively create this new earth for all, the fifth, sixth dimensional new earth where love is the foundation. What's it like to live on new earth where love is the foundation? This higher frequency earth where there's growth through joy, growth through inspiration, where love replaces fear, where abundance replaces scarcity, where there's absolutely more than enough for every person, allowing every person to live their utmost, highest expression here on earth, where we live in kindness and compassion, where judgment fades away. There's no need for judgment. We're just not called to be in that energy anymore. Instead, we meet each other with kindness, compassion, support, where we have the utmost respect for all living things, where humans and animals live in harmony together, where our animals are loved and respected, where we care for and nurture the earth, and she nurtures us right back. Just allow your imagination to run free, taking this time to notice, what does it feel like to live in this world, this place called New Earth? It's here, it's just a different frequency of energy. Notice how you feel. How do others feel around you? What does it look like? Are there colors that you've never seen before? Are the colors that you're familiar with just come to life and just the utmost vibrancy? What does your life look like here? Take this time to notice, to pay attention. So now creating your new reality, your new life, your elevated life. What is your ideal life? Your highest reality? What does that look like? Allow your imagination to take you to places you didn't even know were possible. What are you doing in your beautiful, ideal life? How do you spend your time? Allow your imagination to show you. Your imagination is part of your soul. It's where infinite possibilities, infinite opportunities, infinite realities, infinite is the common word here. Allow your imagination to show you. What does it feel like to live in this life? Who's around you? Where do you live? How do you think? What do your thoughts consist of? In this ideal life, I know the thoughts are very different than the thoughts that you would normally have in your day to day. This is a different way of being. Because it's different, your thoughts will be different. So, what do your thoughts consist of? Just take a moment here. What do your days look like? How do you spend your time? What activities are you a part of? What are your interests and passion? Be in that energy, really be in that energy, really feel it, see it, visualize you living this life. Notice how you're dressed. How is it different? Maybe it's the same. What do you find yourself talking about the most? And who are you talking to? Your imagination is showing you a reality that's available to you. Just feel that. Feel it. What does that feel like? Really be in that energy. If you are seeing it, if you're being shown it, it is a reality that is available to you. It's a reality that holds particles of creation in a future timeline. So let's physically grab those particles now, almost like a hug. So if you extend your arms out, right? Almost like a hug. Pull those particles of creation into your field. Pull it in, pull it in, pull it in, pull it into your heart. Bring them into the now and breathe that in. And as you do this, you may even notice your desire to smile, knowing that it's available to you, feeling what that felt like. You were just shown a future timeline. You felt it. You brought it into the now. And that in and of itself would make most people smile because it feels good. The possibilities, the opportunities, the potential. It's all there for you, for all of us. So now together collectively, using our collective consciousness to bring this into being, using our consciousness to pull these realities forward, where the fires are extinguished, the land is replenished, leading the people and animals to safety all across the world, rebuilding our communities all across the world to areas that have been devastated, from the highest place to bringing in new earth and our highest reality that holds our ideal life, bringing it all forward now. It's almost like sending it out, sending our intentions out. You can see it going out into the universe, feeling it all going out into the universe, our intentions. And our intentions hold a certain quality of energy that would then seek to collaborate and merge with the particles of creation that hold the same frequency of energy that our intentions hold. And so they come together. It's like an octopus's legs and tentacles just extending out from us and pulling in those particles of creation into this now. Bring it in. Go ahead and pull it in. Bring it in closer, 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 closer into your energy field and anchoring that into your heart. Breathing that in. Just allowing that to settle in your heart for a moment. Still holding that visual of all it is that we've created together. Beautiful. Now bringing your awareness back into the room, back into your body, and giving just the utmost gratitude and appreciation and thankfulness to all who are present with us today. We asked for their presence, and they came to be with us, beautiful beings of light. In much love, gratitude, and appreciation for all of us together, pulling our consciousness together, for all that we did to support one another, to shift the energies, to call forth higher timelines, our contribution today to the greater good. Bringing your attention back into your body, your awareness into the room, moving your toes and your fingers, and just opening your eyes when you're ready, feeling wonderful, feeling rejuvenated and so good about your presence here for your community, those in need in the world, and for the creation of a higher life for you. Imagine what would this world look like if we were all living our highest life, our highest expression. It'd be a very different world. And that's what we set our intentions for today. So I'm going to just open it up for comments, Q&A. Share with me. I'd love to hear what your experience was like. Did you see anything? What did you see? What did you feel? If you'd like to share. I believe it comes through. I'm on StreamYard right now that allows us to stream across platforms. And it's my understanding that I'd be able to see any comments that were posted. So if you want to post your comments, go ahead. Let's talk about that. If you'd like to receive guidance today from your guidance, your higher self, go ahead and post those comments in, and I'd be happy to connect in and see what Spirit has to say for you. If you would like to explore the idea of creating your ideal life by obliterating whatever's holding you back from living it, give me a call. Let's talk about what your ideal life looks like and what I can do to support you in that, bringing that reality forward. If you'd like to I do have 2 workshops coming up. The workshop is just about that. It's called Architect Your Destiny, Creating Your Ideal Life Through Mindset Mastery and Intuition Development. I am so passionate about teaching people how to use the power of their mind and connect to the magic of their intuition to live their highest life. You can join me on February 9th at Vitality Village in Thousand Oaks from 10 to noon. Sign up on my website and you'll get all of the updates. But that's where I'll be on February 9th and also February 15th at Butterfly Kisses from 10 to noon. Butterfly Kisses is a healing center in Ventura County where I'll be holding the same workshop. So I hope to see you all there. It is going to be a value-packed workshop. It's going to be experiential. We're going to be doing exercises where you will be connecting into your own higher self, seeing how that feels for you, receiving guidance from your higher self. And we are going to be doing some light hypnosis to show you where your mind is holding you back. When you do this for yourself, like I do this for myself because I know how to, but when you actually participate in these exercises, let's say you have a goal in mind and there's something that's holding you back, or you're not able to meet it. You don't know why. You've tried, you fall short. You see everybody else doing it. You don't know why you can't do it for yourself. And you start working with your mind. You would be very surprised to see what unconscious beliefs, some of those beliefs you might be aware of, but some of them you're not. And when they start coming forward, it's a really, really eye-opening experience. It's like, wow, I didn't know I was holding that thought. I didn't know that I thought, I wasn't worthy of financial abundance, whatever it might be. I didn't know that I thought I wasn't worthy of having a healthy relationship, or healthy relationships aren't possible for me, whatever it might be. It's very, very interesting experience when that happens. Okay. And when that's what the power of hypnosis is. You're working with the unconscious mind, the subconscious mind, and you give it new information to work with, new beliefs that your mind absorbs, your subconscious mind absorbs, it's like your operating system. And it allows you to live from a new belief system that's going to allow you to achieve, bringing forth your ideal life. So with that said, if you are interested in coming to those 2 workshops, it's going to be, I am very, very excited because I know what is possible when you use the power of your intuition and your mind. You become unstoppable, really. You become unstoppable. And all of a sudden you start seeing that what you want is absolutely possible. And that the only thing that was holding you back was you. Now we can hear that, but we don't really understand it until we dig a little deeper, until we strengthen the connection with ourselves. And then we're shown where it is we didn't think it was possible, where it is we didn't think we were worthy, where it was we held inside we didn't think we were capable. So that is also what my 90-day program Beyond Limits is about. It's a coaching program where we engage the soul, we purify your energy, and we upgrade your mind. When you do those 3 things, very, very powerful transformation takes place. So if you'd like to talk to me further about that, I would be happy to get on a call with you to talk about what are your dreams for yourself? What are your dreams for yourself? How ready are you to make that a reality? To really do the work, to get in there and do the work that's needed to get you to where it is you want to be. Now, I will tell you this. As I said earlier, these kinds of events can keep us here, stuck in this consciousness. Okay. We don't want to do that. Okay. The media and all of the outside world would love to keep us stuck. That's how we become and we live a very disempowered life. We want to stay focused on here, these higher realities, which I have seen on the cusp here. Okay, this is where the tragedy happens. This is where the higher timelines are. They're just waiting to come in. They're on their way. So why not focus on that? Bring that in. That's where your ideal life exists. That's where the possibilities are, not here. Doesn't mean we ignore what happened here. We're there in love, support, kindness, all of those things for the people that need it. But we don't stay stuck here. We have to be very mindful of that, because we have to be mindful of where it is we lend our consciousness. Our consciousness is everything. It's where we create from. And if we're stuck here, we're not creating. Not a higher timeline anyways, not a higher reality. We will create more of the same. And we don't want that, because now is the time. Now is the time to create, because these higher timelines are very, very conducive for creating. But it's all up to us. And we're given the choice of where it is we want to place our focus and attention. Okay, so if you need help with that, give me a call, because we do need help with that until it is we become aware of how to work with our mind. When we become aware of how to work with our mind, it changes everything. It changes everything. When we connect to our intuition, we are never disempowered again. I don't know. I can't begin to imagine what life would look like not being connected to my intuition. I'm connected. There's not a day, a moment that goes by I don't feel connected. If you want to learn how to connect to your intuition, go to my website, sign up. You will get the guides. You'll get a video tutorial that'll show you how to, we'll do it together so that you never have to live disempowered again. All right. With that said, I'm surprised. Maybe I'm not just seeing your comments, but I was hoping I could do some readings for you all, because I love doing readings. There's nothing that makes me happier than to connect in to the guidance that is there for you, that's there to lift up, to empower, to uplift, to encourage, to bring in greater levels of joy, to show you what it is you can't see for yourself. But if I don't get any comments, then I can't do any readings for you. And that's okay. It's just what I love to do. And I miss doing that on these live streams. So, yeah, I don't know. I guess that is it. I will check to see if there's any other, I'll just go to the site themselves and see these other platforms if there's any comments. I don't see any comments. Okay. So, well, I guess I'm glad to see that everything's going, that everybody feels in control and they feel like they have what it is they need. That's beautiful. For me, I connect in every day. There's always something I could learn from when I connect into higher levels of wisdom that really changed my life, that really, really changed my life, that helped me see the things it is I couldn't see, my human self couldn't see. So, and when the guidance comes through, I'll just say it's so simple and it's so clear when you see it that you're like, wow, that just skipped right by me, because the mind will tend to complicate things and add a layer of complexity and question and challenge and all of that stuff that keep us from the truth. So anyways, okay, with that said, from my heart to yours, I'm so grateful you chose to spend this time doing what it is you did. You did that using your consciousness and your energy. And I'm grateful. I'm grateful for you. Bye for now.